So this is the relational grid that Terry Real has created, where I was sharing that he sees things in a in a really incredible way. So as we're looking at this, you might want to have a look too and see, where do you land? Um, at the top here is grandiose. This is the scale of grandiose to shame. And grandiose people are one up, superior, and having contempt for others. And then on the bottom side of that, underneath it, is one down, feeling worthless, and have contempt for themselves and go, I need other people to love me because I feel so awful about myself. Um, and then from left to right on the grid, on the one hand is walled off. I don't want to talk about any emotions. Uh, and I'm giving you silent treatment. It does not feel safe to engage. And then on the other side is boundaryless, where you are unbridled. You want to share everything. You're desperate for love. So if we look at it, where do you feel you are? Are you grandiose and walled off, which would take you into a place where at times you are bypassing any emotions. You just want to be smiley, happy, nice. This is kind of the looking good family where on social media you look great and you just have to be happy. And if anybody shows any emotion in the family, this is what my family was like. You would be shamed. Nope, you just have to be happy, nice, and sweet in public. And if you're anything else, you're shamed for not being good. And then if anything happens that is harmful or hurtful, there's a lot of gaslighting. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, it didn't happen. And then if people continue to share their emotions, then the person in this area who's grandiose and walled off might get mean or stonewalling, withhold any love, and then do things that are passive aggressive to take out their feelings on others because they don't own their feelings and they struggle with them, but they'll display them in passive aggressive ways. And down here, staying with the walled off people, when you are walled off, but you feel ashamed or worthless, you go into this resigned place where you are depressed, you feel empty, you feel like, what's the point? Nothing I do is ever good enough, so there's no point in doing anything. And in this place, other people look at you as though you're stonewalling and neglectful because you don't take any action because you think you are useless and worthless and nothing that you do is ever right. So I'm carrying down here in the shamed half. If you feel worthless, but love dependent and flooding in yourself, desperate for love, you may be needy and manipulate others to get love of, you might be really emotional to try and get love and attention and care and put on a big display to get love. And then when somebody is harmful or hurtful to you, you might try to ignore it and enable it because you desperately want to be loved. And so you'll accept scraps. And you can also be passive aggressive of doing things to, saying, oh, I'm not cooking for you because you didn't cook for me because you don't love me. That sort of thing, where you are saying, you don't care for me and I'm desperate for love. Then at the top, on the top right, these are folk who are grandiose and superior and boundaryless. And so you have this thing of, I need your love and I will control you and dominate you to get it. You will do what I say because that's what I need to feel loved. I will check your phone all the time. I will know where you are. It's a very controlling relationship. And in this, you might flood or shout or be entitled or demanding that people have to love you in a certain way. So this is generally seen as sort of abusive. You can get violent. But ultimately, it's looking down at others that you can do what you like when you like without any regard for others. And this is where we go in our worst. This isn't who we are all the time. This is just when we get triggered, we go into these places. And what RLT helps you do is to take you from your worst and understand that these behaviors in your worst are not who you are. They are just the defenses that you adapted to in childhood in order to cope with life. This is what you had to do to survive. But now, as an adult, these are maladaptive, but you don't know how to stop them and probably hate that this is happening. And what we do in RLT is help you to get to the healthy middle, where we are helping you to repair, to be vulnerable, to be empathetic, to be authentic, and to take account for your behavior. So it's a beautiful shift into a peaceful, loving, connected relationship where you can notice your needs and your feelings and share them and have them responded to, where folk are not walled off or not flooding. They're not superior and talking down to you, or they're not worthless. They're in the middle where you are worthy and deserving of love and care and goodness.